On the wedding night of me and my bitter rival, a male servant brazenly burst into the room. He was convinced that she would absolutely never touch an outcast, a mere marriage tool like me. But he never in a million years expected that the moment he stepped through the door, he would see that proud woman, sleeping incredibly soundly in my arms. The blinding lights suddenly flashed on. While I was still half asleep, a small hand quickly covered my eyes. "Who allowed you to come in here? Was it the old Madam Beat It?" Zunmuchu stiffly raised his head. "Eldest miss, are you planning to disobey the old madam's orders? You're making a racket and woke my husband up." Having said that, she buried herself back right next to me. Zunmuchu's face contorted with jealousy. "Eldest miss, the old madam sent me to change the bedsheets." That noisy voice made me frown in annoyance. Instinctively turning over, I fully embraced a soft body. I suddenly snapped my eyes open, completely awake. Who am I? Where am I? And who is this woman? Sorry about that. She sat up helplessly. The servants at home don't know manners, and woke you up. Why is this voice so deadly? Sweet? I felt like I was running a fever. Wait. Last night's memories rushed back into my mind. I was forced to drink by my buddies, and then carried away to get hitched. After that, my memory stopped at a woman, and then completely blacked out. A nobody who amounts to nothing. Can't stir up any trouble, eldest miss. The old madam told me. Before he could finish his sentence, why do you think nothing happened between the two of us last night? Like we just minded our own business and slept. The next second, she stood up directly. Now, do you have anything left to say? Everyone present understood. The irrefutable evidence caused Zunmuchu to completely break down. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. The eldest miss is famous for being a nice beauty. How could she take the initiative to offer herself up in an embrace, much less with this no-name nobody? Now that you've seen clearly, change the sheets. My house doesn't feed freeloaders. The room finally returned to silence. I raised my hand to rub my temples. The woman beside me smiled faintly, tilting her head to look at me. What's wrong? Forgot everything from last night. I pondered for a moment and finally accepted reality. I will take responsibility for that. Seeing me rack my brains just to squeeze out that sentence, she seemed to be in a very good mood. She pulled me back down onto the bed. I subtly shifted away, only to find her flashing a gorgeous smile and directly closing the distance. How do you plan to take responsibility for me? Though you were actively arranged and sent here by the Gu family, given the current situation, shouldn't I also take responsibility for you? She tapped her chin gently in a steady rhythm, looking unspeakably charming in her thoughtful state. Then her small face slowly pressed close to mine. Just now, shouldn't she have ordered someone to throw me directly outside? Her flirtatious laughter seemed to possess a magical power, leaving me both flustered and embarrassed. I wanted to evade her, completely unaware that I had backed up to the edge of the bed. My body suddenly fell backward. In a flash, she reached out her hand to pull me. Both of us tumbled onto the plush rug beside the bed. The distance instantly vanished, our noses almost touching. I felt like my heart was about to jump out of my chest. In a panic, I tried to widen the gap, only to meet her eyes filled with amusement. Instantly becoming clumsy and helpless, I quickly compromised, letting her lie on top of me. She snuggled into my chest, her whole body shaking with laughter. A moment later, she stood up and reached out to pull me. "You idiot, I didn't do anything to you last night." Then what was that just now? I already anticipated that Grandma would want to catch me off guard, so I made preparations beforehand. "You didn't actually think we did something, did you?" I scratched my head and said embarrassedly, "Sorry, I just didn't fully grasp the situation." At the same time, I let out a huge sigh of relief in my heart. Thank goodness, thank goodness. This means I don't have to take responsibility. Or do you feel like our current setup easily makes people misunderstand? Her actions couldn't help but be a bit too suggestive. Your dad already finalized the agreement with me. From now on, you are temporarily under my management. My heart skipped a beat. I had tried my best to endure and back down, even gritting my teeth through beatings. Yet in the end, I was still sent here. Haha, my heart grew cold. In the days to come, I will protect you. Just stay by my side and be my man. I don't want to, I'd rather make a living on my own outside. I have my own boundaries. I won't rely on others just to trade for a place to stay. Where is your mind wandering off to? I'm only asking you to fake being my husband to deal with Grandma back home. I promise that as long as you don't want to, absolutely nothing will happen between us. Are you for real? This eldest miss has never known how to lie. That being said, then can you help pay for my tuition? Tuition. Her entire body froze. Are you still in school? Yes, I just passed the university entrance exam. Which university? What major? With a face full of pride, I replied electronic engineering at Xi'an University. Gu Lingzi was clearly a bit surprised. She thought for a moment and then said, I got it. Any difficulties regarding your studies? I will step forward to resolve them for you. My heart bloomed like flowers as I instantly breathed a sigh of relief. Finally, I could go to school and study the things I actually love. My entire world seemed to be lit up by the woman right in front of me. At this very moment, I completely dropped all defenses against her, my heart filled with gratitude. I solemnly promised her, I will definitely cooperate well with you, and absolutely won't cause any extra trouble. Unexpectedly, Gulingshi shook her head after hearing this. That won't do. I don't need you to be too obedient. Being too obedient makes it easy for people to bully you. No need to be obedient. Being too obedient makes it easy to be bullied, but since I was a child, my grandma always said I wasn't lovable, and that I must know my place to earn the sincerity of others. But my man doesn't need to be submissive. Remember this carefully next time in front of others. You need to show your claws. At the Gu family, you must be careful of that servant named Zunmuchu. All right, get some rest now. Good night, my Mr. Chu. I obediently lay down straight. My ears instantly turned burning hot, unsure if it was because of her closeness, or because of that call of Mr. Chu. Don't move, be good, and go to sleep. But just now you said, I don't have to be obedient. Chu-chen, Gulingshi sighed helplessly, reaching out to ruffle my hair. I just taught you, and you're already using it against me, rascal. I closed my eyes, already prepared for a sleepless night. But the next second I drifted right into dreamland. The next day, I sat blankly on the bed when the sun was already high in the sky. Recalling last night's events, it really was too unbelievable. I had actually shared a bed and a pillow with a woman, and even promised to fake being her husband. You sure are good at sleeping. The exact moment he saw the stain on the bed, he stood frozen, rooted to the spot, his contemptuous gaze turning into pure jealousy. I hurriedly got out of bed. Good morning. Sorry to trouble you to come call me. I don't mind. You are now the noble son-in-law of the Gu family, Mr. Chu. On the first day of marriage, according to the Gu family rules, the groom must personally bring the chicken soup to the dining table. After brushing my teeth and washing my face, I went into the kitchen and saw the clay pot boiling furiously. I noticed something unusual in the kitchen. There wasn't even a single rag, let alone heat-resistant gloves. Young master, hurry up and carry it out. This is way too hot. If you can't carry it, then pack your bags and leave the Gu family. This is the rule of the Gu family. Just as I was about to reach my hand out, being too obedient makes it easy for people to bully you. I abruptly lifted my head. Carrying soup is a servant's job. You should do it. A young master from a family of nouveau riche. You think just by stepping into the Gu family, you've become someone above everyone else. How did he investigate my family background so thoroughly? Gulingshi and I are still putting on an act. I must endure. I can't let him know that about last night. Nothing actually happened. Seeing me stay silent, Zunmuchu thought I felt guilty and became even more arrogant. Still not going to carry the soup. Instinctively, I was about to compromise. But Gulingshi's lazy voice echoed in my ears again. But my man doesn't need to be submissive. I'm not carrying it. If I get burned, my wrist was suddenly grabbed by Zunmuchu. He aggressively forced my hand toward the clay pot. It's over. Is he planning to burn me? You're just a marriage tool. Do you really think the eldest miss treasures you like a prize? A miserable scream rang out. Zunmuchu, who was just arrogant and overbearing a moment ago, was now stopped by Qingxiang. His face instantly turned pale, but even so, the look he gave me was still incredibly vicious. I couldn't help but frown. Ah-chen, are you okay? Seeing me shake my head, she looked at Zunmuchu with an extremely cold gaze. Qingxiang. Qingxiang, with a cold face, let go of Zunmuchu. Eldest miss, he is someone sent by the old madam. Just say his hands are dirty and send him back. Qingxiang's voice didn't show any emotion, but inside her heart was bursting with joy. Mr. Zun, please. Zunmuchu glared fiercely at Qingxiang. I'm not going back. Zunmuchu fell with a thud onto the floor. I looked down at the arm wrapping around my waist, only feeling a wave of warmth spread through my body. It turns out this kind of person is only capable of this much. I spent so much effort just to gain the old madam's trust to come monitor. Gulingshi, if I get sent back, everything will be completely ruined. I'll definitely be kicked out of the Gu family. No, I cannot accept this outcome. Eldest miss, if you send me back, the old madam will kick me out of the Gu family, I know. But what does that have to do with me? Oh, right. What did you just say earlier? You said I don't treasure Ah-chen like a prize, right? The rumors outside all say that the eldest miss of the Gu family has been unpredictable since childhood. Deceitful, stubborn, and always doing whatever she pleases. There were also rumors about her when she was abroad. Eldest miss, I am the old madam's person. You have no right to kick me out. I couldn't control myself and shivered, shuddering. Are you afraid of me? I didn't really know either, but I could definitely feel the dangerous aura radiating from her. Recalling when I was young, I used to raise a cat. Seeing the cat being chased and bitten by a dog, I picked up a stick to chase the dog away. From then on, whenever the cat saw me, it would hide. Later, it became Grandma's new pet, even acting spoiled by snuggling into her lap. She lifted her head to look at my face. This guy seems to also have the traits of an ungrateful, white-eyed wolf. The same mistake. I will absolutely never make a second time. Feeling her gaze, I could only lower my head, staring straight back at Gu Lingxi. In my eyes, there was no fear or begging, only confusion and helplessness. Her heart suddenly skipped a beat. I could only stand still. She tiptoed up and lightly touched my cheek. A flash of blush crossed Gu Lingxi's face. I realized this man who suddenly appeared is significantly more special than I imagined. He didn't just soothe the irritation in my heart, but when we're together, he always brings me a feeling of comfort and freedom. It seems like I've fallen for him. If he is also willing to treat me with sincerity and willing to stand shoulder to shoulder with me, I will truly cherish this fate between us. Gu Lingxi received a video call from Meng Chao. Are you coming tonight? My younger sister is back. Sis, she brought a bottle of fine wine and said we're popping it tonight. Are you coming? Meng Chao's gaze toward Gu Lingxi seemed a bit mocking. You've really changed your attitude, huh? Gu Lingxi smiled, hung up the phone, and spoke casually. Are you afraid of me? I lowered my head, not knowing how to reply. I'm not stupid. I knew the answer Gu Lingxi wanted to hear, but I still couldn't help asking back. Do I have to tell the truth? Gu Lingxi was amused by me and pulled my hand. What's wrong? Do you still want to lie to me? I really have a bit of a crush on this man. Keeping him by my side to pamper him wouldn't hurt either. But the premise is that he must not become that cat. I am afraid of you. Should I give this idiot another chance? A layer of cold mist gathered in the depths of her eyes. But the next moment, I used some force to grip her small hand tightly. I will try my best not to be afraid anymore. Gu Lingxi rarely dazed out like this, afraid of her, but will make an effort not to be afraid anymore. What kind of an answer is this supposed to be? Seeing her stay silent for a long time, I thought she was angry. I know you're helping me and I'm very grateful, but there are many things I haven't experienced yet, and I need you to slowly teach me. I will try my best to play the role of a good son-in-law for the Gu family. Don't be angry anymore, Miss Gu. Gu Lingxi hugged me tightly. My unique scent soothed the tension inside her. Want to go out and play tonight? She suddenly asked me. Right now, I completely had no mind to think about other things. I realized that as long as I am next to Gu Lingxi, my brain turns into a total jumbled mess. I didn't hate this feeling at all. Perhaps it's because Gu Lingxi's embrace makes me feel very safe. A few minutes later, the dressing room door opened. Looking at the countless luxury clothes and accessories in front of me, I was so shocked that I was speechless. Pick one yourself. Take your time picking. I'll come pick you up later. She threw out those words and left. But her footsteps were a bit faster than usual, and her heart rate was also a bit more chaotic by a few beats. The place Gu Lingxi is about to take me to isn't some formal party. It's just a gathering of friends, at a club under Ino's name. Returning to the front of the dressing room, she carried a bit of anticipation. Even though this room packed with clothes was prepared in a rush and wasn't personally chosen by her, she believed that whatever outfit Ah Chen put on would look incredibly good. However, the scene that met her eyes made her not know whether to laugh or cry. I was sitting blankly on the sofa. Hearing the door open, I turned around with the clueless, helpless look and stared at her. Do you not like any of them? Qingxiang, wait. Disappointed, I lowered my head. Thank you, Miss Gu. These clothes are all very beautiful and I like them a lot. She slowly walked over, asking patiently, Then why aren't you wearing them? I became even more embarrassed. I'm not worthy of these clothes. Gu Lingxi frowned slightly. Not worthy, just what kind of people could raise him to have this kind of personality? Who said you're not worthy? Did your grandma say it? Or did your dad say it? Everyone at home taught me that way. Grandma, my dad, and also Aunt Yang. They always said, I'm not worthy of the good things in this world. They said a man should rely on his own strength and doesn't need superficial materialistic external items. Let me dress you up. So since I was a kid, I told myself I must be obedient and make others happy. Because I wasn't worthy of nice things. I never competed for anything against Xu Zhengji. If a man this handsome is still considered not worthy, then in this world I'm afraid nobody is worthy of those clothes. You are worthy. If you're not worthy, then who is? Thank you, Miss Gu, I understand. No, you don't understand. You grew up looking so handsome and having such a good personality. So handsome that it made me fall in love at first sight. Gu Lingxi really wanted to say these words to me, but she knew very well that the insecurity deeply engraved in my mind from being oppressed for so long isn't something that can be changed with just a few words. And she wasn't well versed in these kinds of cheesy, sweet love talk either. Therefore, she didn't speak further. Give it a try. She smiled and clearly asked for my opinion. After I nodded, Gu Lingxi considerately turned her back around. Do you like it? The clothes Miss Gu chose are beautiful. This outfit is very comfortable and clean, a style I have never worn before. But Grandma once said I would look very ugly in this kind of style, that even in a dragon robe I wouldn't look like a prince. I didn't want to hear Gu Lingxi say that about me, so I racked my brains to find words to make an excuse, wanting to go to the next room to change back into my usual dark-colored t-shirt. The only outfit you wore when you came here is already dirty, and nobody brought your regular clothes for you either," saying that she pulled my hand to the front of the mirror. "Look at yourself, how handsome you are." She was originally not good at praising men, so when she spoke, a trace of unnaturalness flashed on her face. I looked in the direction of the mirror, staring blankly at this person inside, while her gaze was entirely placed on me. "She is very beautiful." She is seriously looking at my reflection in the mirror. Could it be she really feels that I am worthy? Thinking this, my gaze finally began to focus back on myself. The corner of my mouth curled up slightly. I suddenly felt that I really am also worthy of the clothes Miss Gu chose. "Miss Gu, can you also help me choose a pair of shoes?" Gu Lingxi tiptoed and lightly touched my cheek. "This is a thank you gift. Except for Ah Chen. In this world, nobody dares to order me around to do these things." But seeing my shocked expression, as I covered my face, she laughed brightly and radiantly. By the time everything was sorted out, it was already night. But Gu Lingxi wasn't in a rush at all, even telling Qingxiang to call a stylist to style my hair. "Miss Gu, it's done." Gu Lingxi's gaze shifted away from her laptop, looking at me fully dressed up, a flash of amazement shining in her eyes. "Ah Chen is so handsome." It seems every time Gu Lingxi praises me, I automatically, magically feel that her words are completely true. In the past, every time Xu Zhengji celebrated his birthday, there would always be a stylist coming over to style his hair. And then he'd put on expensive custom-tailored suits. Back then, I could only watch with envy. "Ah Chen, let's go." The clothes and shoes Miss Gu chose for me are all very beautiful. The watch is also very exquisite. I shouldn't fantasize too much, otherwise I will be loathed and cast aside, I kept reminding myself. While spacing out, I didn't catch what Gu Lingxi said. Later on, "Don't get too close to that woman named Meng Chao." When pushing open the VIP room door, Ino was popping open a bottle of champagne. I watched wide-eyed as the champagne sprayed and soaked all over. "Gu Lingxi. Lingxi, you're finally here." I was supported by Gu Lingxi and pushed to sit down on the sofa to the side. "Who forced her to drink?" "Ino has such a weak alcohol tolerance, yet someone got her dead drunk like this. That person is quite capable too." The crowd looked at Gu Lingxi's stained clothes, nobody daring to make a peep. "Just now, shouldn't I have just directly shielded her from it? What should I do now?" I quickly took off my coat, stepped over, and draped it over her. My movements were very decisive. Once done, I immediately stepped back and stood to the side. The woman in the corner of the room mocked with a laugh. "Is this the Gu eldest Mrs. new favorite boy?" Gu Lingxi frowned slightly, but didn't refute, only turning her head to glance at me. I acted as if I hadn't heard anything, quietly standing in a corner. "Meng Cao, you're going a bit too far." She intended to have me sit down, but her hand was brushed away. Gu Lingxi was ignored. She wasn't angry either, but her gaze locked onto me, this time adding a few parts of intense scrutiny. "So the eldest miss likes this type, huh?" Gu Lingxi glanced at her, still not bothering to care, but her expression had darkened. In a blink, I saw Gu Lingxi grab my hand, walking over to the center of the sofa and sitting down. "Change mine to juice, it must be freshly squeezed. You're a man, yet you don't know how to drink alcohol." I didn't expect her to strike up a conversation with me. Dazed for a moment, "Hello? I don't know how to drink." Meng Qiao clearly saw my looks, then disdainfully rolled her eyes at Gu Lingxi. "A boy this handsome falling into your hands. What a total waste." With a panicked expression, I wanted to explain, but Meng Qiao was already captivated by me. Gu Lingxi and I are the same age and have been arch-enemies since childhood. We had to compete for first and second place in everything, from the top rank at school, gold medals, scholarships, and project collaborations. We have never given in to each other before. Now I've set my eyes on the guy next to Gu Lingxi. In our previous confrontations, I was always suppressed by Gu Lingxi, but facing this completely pure and innocent guy, I felt a sudden urge to compete with her for him. Meng Qiao glanced at me. "It's a rare sight to see you bring someone out. Mind introducing him?" Gu Lingxi let out a cold snort. "Sure, this is my fiancé." After saying that, she naturally linked her arm with mine. Everyone present was stunned. A long moment later, a chorus of gasps and shocked cries rang out. Zhao Xin, like a jealous cat, straight up jumped to her feet. Lawyer Jia tried his best to stay calm, bending down to pick up his glasses that fell on the ground. Mu Tiaotiao patted her chest to reassure herself. Ino frowned, smelling of alcohol. Meng Qiao already knew the inside story beforehand, looking sympathetically toward her own younger sister. Meng Qiao was also choked by her own spit from this sentence. A provocative comment slipped out without thinking. "Someone like you can actually have a fiancé?" She ignored Gu Lingxi's worsening expression. "Did she force you? Tell me. I'll back you up and get justice for you." The next second, Gu Lingxi, with a face full of displeasure, pulled me close with one yank, fiercely leaning next to my ear and whispering angrily, "What about everything on the car? Did you forget it all?" My mind right now was still just a blob of mush. Forgetting wasn't exactly forgetting, but basically not a single word had registered. I faintly realized that I seemed to have caused trouble. I'm going to the restroom for a bit. I panicked and quickly walked away. Gulingxi looked at my retreating figure and broke into a slight smile. This scene gave Meng Chao next to her a chance to scoff disdainfully. The room door closed. Meng Chao spoke with a mocking tone, faking affection. Like, this is a bit too forced, don't you think? Don't bring humiliation upon yourself. Facing the sister she grew up with since childhood. This was the first time Gulingxi genuinely flew into a rage. But Meng Chao only curled her red lips. Bring humiliation upon myself. I just don't know if you'll give me the chance to fulfill that wish. I was completely unaware that after I left Gulingxi to protect me, almost got into a physical altercation with Meng Chao. I walked into the restroom. These past few days I always felt exhausted and weak. My mind was muddled, dizzy, and my mental state wasn't right. This condition seemed to have started acting up again since the first time Gulingxi came near me, as if from our very first encounter. On that night, this illness was born. Miss Zhou, what's the point of denying it so desperately? It's not like there are any outsiders here. I don't know me people, but this voice is all too familiar to me. It's Xu Zhengji. Aren't you getting engaged tomorrow? Exactly, precisely because I'm about to get engaged. That's why I need to cherish this final period of being single, right? Xu Zhengji is clearly a perfect match for Sister Nanjiat. But why is he here? Could it be that I misheard? I clenched my two hands tightly, holding my breath as I slowly approached the restroom stall. But as I slowly got closer, it felt like a bolt from the blue. I wanted to use my hand to cover my mouth, but I still couldn't suppress the shocked cry that slipped out. Who's there? I turned around, wanting to run away, but the restroom stall door was already thrown open. Is Xu Zhengji about to catch up? Why are you here? Xu Zhengji cried out in shock. The look he gave me was a mix of jealousy and hatred. You know this guy? He's just an insignificant nobody. Miss Zhao, rest assured, he won't dare to blabber about tonight's matter to anyone outside. However, this young boy actually looks quite like my type. Zhou Mengdi clearly should have liked me, yet the result is, the moment she saw this brat, she was captivated by him. It's like this every single time. Clearly, he's the one I intentionally suppressed and trampled on. Yet now, time after time, he ruins my plans. Miss Zhou, lately, haven't you been wanting to find some new entertainment? What a coincidence, do you want to have a taste? I didn't quite understand their dialogue, but Zhou Mengdi's gaze gave me goosebumps all over. I told myself, focusing my thoughts, as long as I dash out of this hallway corner, right there is the VIP room where Gulingxi is. As long as I can meet her, I'll be safe. Zhou Mengdi reached out her hand, wanting to lung forward. I tilted my body to dodge. Zhou Mengdi furiously and angrily barked, Zhengji, step up and pin him down for me. I took a step back, just now copying Qing Xiang's martial arts move to trip him up, making him fall flat on the ground. This is the first time I actively resisted being bullied. My heart was pounding like a drum, the blood all over my body boiling intensely. I ran like crazy outside my breath, hurried my throat choking with a bitter metallic taste. In my mind, there was only one single thought. Come on, endure it a little bit. As long as I can see Gulingxi again. Good, you actually dare to defy me. At that moment, I thought it would be hard for me to escape this disaster. Flashbacks of memories blinked through my mind, but in the end, magically, they stopped at the image of Gulingxi, the woman who chose clothes for me. I really want to wear clothes. She personally chose for me one more time. I made a wish that even I found ridiculous. However, my vision suddenly went dark. The expected severe pain didn't hit me at all. My forehead bumped right into Meng Chao's hand. She watched wide-eyed as Xu Zhengji and Zhou Mengdi were immediately afterward followed closely behind, dragged away by the scruff of their necks by security guards. The lights in the club were a bit dazzling. I lifted my head, squinting my eyes to look toward Meng Chao. Am I pretty or what? Meng Chao's smile became even more playful. I heard you're currently living at Lingxi's house. I have a great personality and I know how to take care of and pamper people, not to mention being gorgeous and radiant. So how about it? Come with me. My head began to spin and whirl again. I raised my hand to press on my temples, forcing myself to regain alertness. My voice was a bit weak and limp. Miss Gu is very good. The moment the words left my mouth, I regretted it. These words, when spoken, really didn't sound convincing at all. This stupid mouth of mine doesn't even know how to say a single pleasant flattery. She didn't care to take advantage of my muddled mind to bully me. She even stepped up to punish those who bullied me. She is extremely gentle and has never once looked down on me. And she even meticulously helped me choose clothes. Words like these, anyone who heard me say them would feel touched, including Gulingxi, who was rushing out to find me. She happened to see the scene of Meng Chao trying to play tricks on me. Her expression was extremely displeased. She raised her voice. Let go of him. Tisk tisk, looks like you still haven't completely won his heart, huh? Look at him. He was even about to raise his hand to hit someone. Look at him. Gulingxi clearly didn't use any strength at all. I have always been trying hard to learn how to resist. My mind was extremely flustered. For a moment I didn't know what else to say, only letting Meng Chao talk. I only heard her voice full of pampering ring in my ear. Idiot. When we got home, I fell asleep from exhaustion. She called the servants to carry me to the bedroom. Just as she was about to call someone to help wipe my face, the sound of Ching Xiang knocking echoed outside the door. Eldest Miss, everything has been thoroughly investigated. Speak. After hearing the whole story from beginning to end, Gulingxi's face was as cold as frost. Her thin lips were tightly pursed. She silently looked at me fast asleep, her eyebrows furrowing slightly. Ah Chen had to suffer such grievances. Yet he refused to say a single word to me. This endurance and compliance really make one's heart ache. Eldest Miss, do I need to step forward and give them a warning? No need. Giving just a verbal warning is too light and has no intimidating power at all. Those scumbags need to truly realize their mistakes. When I woke up again, it was already late afternoon. I raised my hand to lightly rub my aching head. Lately, my sleeping time has really been a bit too much. I always feel like myself is missing out on a lot of time. I walked downstairs and found out Gulingxi wasn't home. Uncle Chen, the butler, was standing in the living room. Seeing me, he walked over and reported very respectfully, "Young Master Su, the eldest miss had some business and went out. Before leaving, she also instructed me to take very good care of you." "Then I'll have to trouble you, Uncle Chen." "Ha ha ha. No wonder the eldest miss likes you so much. Uncle Chen has lived for more than half his life and met countless people in this world. An elegant, light young man like you is already rare to see, and this pure, obedient nature actually comes from the bottom of your heart. Miss Gu likes me a lot. This old man here has never seen the miss care about anyone this much before." He led me to the backyard, seeing a beanbag chair under the tree. "Go ahead and try sitting on it," I asked joyfully. "Can I really sit on it?" "Of course. This is the courtyard that the miss personally designed specially for you. Personally for me." But in just a flash, the insecurity from the past flooded back once more. My gaze gradually darkened as I told myself in my heart, how could this kind of special favor be meant exclusively for me? It turns out, this is just Uncle Chen's well-meaning words of comfort. With one glance, Uncle Chen thoroughly saw through my thoughts. He originally intended to speak words of comfort, but on second thought, this was a matter the eldest miss needed to personally trouble herself with. So he changed the subject. The eldest miss was very mischievous and witty as a child, and her personality was also very lively. Back then, she liked cute things a lot. The dogs and cats raised in the house were all taken care of very well by her. I listened intently. Right at this moment, a car horn sounded outside the gate. Seems like the people from the main mansion have arrived. They probably intend to take you to the main mansion, no matter what the other side says. You just make your own judgment. Yes, sir. Thank you, Uncle Chen, for the reminder. My gratitude made Uncle Chen feel a flash of guilt. Eldest Miss, Mr. Su has already been taken away by the old Madame's people. I had long heard of the name of the Gu family as the #1 wealthy clan in the capital. Their foundation is incredibly deep, their power reaching out globally. Even Gulingxi, a young lady who seemingly wasn't highly valued, yet still possessed such a luxurious mansion. I originally thought the Gu family's main mansion would be even more grand and magnificent. But the ancient courtyard before my eyes left me stunned. "Mr. Su, we have arrived." My heart was full of nervousness. I spoke up to ask if Miss Gu would come over, but the other person didn't reply at all. I felt a little flustered, lowering my head to suppress my thoughts, following the woman who was leading the way forward. "Old Madame, the guest has arrived." After the guide finished speaking, she stepped aside. The courtyard was as silent as a grave. I stood in front of the door, my heart pounding rapidly. I took a deep breath, forcing myself to stay calm. Right now, I am representing Gulingxi's fiancée, so I absolutely cannot be timid, and absolutely cannot make her lose face. Not knowing how much time had passed. "Come in." The deepest part of the main hall was a Buddhist prayer room. The old madame was kneeling right in the center, chanting sutras. I looked at the empty kneeling cushion beside her, slowly walked forward, bent my knees, and knelt down. But I didn't expect the floor to be paved with a type of tiles. That was extremely rough and hard. I was completely off guard. The moment my 2 knees hit the ground, a solid, painful sensation surged through, making my legs go numb and ache. I gritted my teeth tightly to keep my posture steady, sitting with my back straight. In the past, when I lived with my grandma, she also often forced me to kneel in the ancestral hall to copy Buddhist scriptures. Over time, I had long memorized various scriptures by heart. Right now, I suppressed the intense pain in my knees, muttering the scriptures under my breath to distract my own attention. Old Madame Gu actually no longer had the peace of mind to pray. The corners of her eyes were constantly observing me. With the ground being this rough, even a servant kneeling for a long time would find it unbearable. This brat actually hasn't budged at all, and hasn't even knit his brows once. You're quite good at enduring. The old madame stopped chanting, slowly opening her eyes. Originally, the one we set our eyes on was that other son of the Shu family. I didn't expect they'd pull a switcheroo and bring you here. Tell me, how should I punish the Shu family? No matter what the punishment is, it will be a catastrophic disaster for the Shu family. Since that day, I have been the person by Gu Lingxi's side, no longer having anything to do with the Shu family. But a sharp pain still welled up from the bottom of my heart. I used to truly view the Shu family as my ultimate harbor, yielding and enduring everything, only to receive humiliation, slander, and betrayal in return. Outsiders all said I was the ultimate bringer of bad luck, cowardly and weak, hated by everyone who met me. But Gu Lingxi is different. She brought me warmth, telling me that place would be my home. Thinking up to this point, my gaze became gentle yet firm, straightforwardly meeting old Madame Gu's probing gaze. You are more interesting than I thought. You may stand up too. I knew that this could be counted as passing the test for now. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? I thought the kneeling cushion was taken by mistake, which was why this brat could kneel so calmly, like that. But I didn't expect that he actually gritted his teeth and endured it the entire time until now. This youth is smart, knows how to endure, and has a good temperament. With a little nurturing, he can be heavily relied upon. Child, why are you so stubborn? If you couldn't take it, you should have just spoken up directly. If you harm your body, Lingxi will come throw a tantrum at me again. I hid the flash of darkness in my eyes, obediently replying it was due to my lack of thorough consideration. My submissive appearance made her think that I was very easy to manipulate. To be honest, letting you replace your brother to marry Lingxi is truly too much of an injustice to you. Miss Gu is very good. Good that brat has absolutely no inheritance rights to the Gu family. Although it's rumored outside that she has quite a few connections, in the end they are just a bunch of thugs who can't be brought to light. Compared to her older sister, she is truly not worth mentioning. Miss Gu treats me very well. Young man, how about we make a deal? You side with me. I will help you demand justice from the Shu family. Furthermore, my second daughter is holding quite a lot of assets of the Gu family. As long as you agree, I guarantee you a lifetime of wealth and worry-free living. From what she could see, I was the best candidate to keep Gu Lingxi in check, which was why the condition she offered was enticing enough. At least that was what she thought. Old madame, since I am already Miss Gu's person, naturally I will also wholeheartedly look toward the Gu family and look toward the old madame. She knew perfectly well that I understood. The old madam and Gu Lingxi could not stand under the same sky. This brat is clearly playing dumb on purpose, yet she was completely muddled by my expression. Just as she was about to bark loudly, she suddenly saw me clutching my chest tightly, beginning to gasp for air. He must be faking it. Eldest miss, you cannot go inside. Gu Lingxi stepped inside against the light. Seeing me collapsed on the floor, she glared at old madame Gu with an extremely displeased expression. Why did you force Ao Chen to come to the main mansion alone? Why did I ever entertain the idea of letting her test Ao Chen? Why didn't I show up earlier to bring him home? If anything happens to him, I absolutely will not let this slide. Talk is cheap. Let's see if you actually have the capability. Turns out this brat is actually this important to you. When a person has something in their heart, they'd risk their life to protect. Their actions will have more tells, and their weaknesses will be even easier to grasp. At the hospital, the situation isn't great. Inside his body, a massive amount of gloomy energy has accumulated for days, and today it suddenly flared up. Calm down. His problem didn't just appear today. It probably wasn't that old woman pulling tricks. Sleeping for days on end and being lethargic were all early symptoms. This outbreak, although it looks critical, is actually not life-threatening. He was probably groggy and sleepy a few days ago, so it wasn't easy to notice. The gloomy energy inside his body has been corroding him for a long time. It only completely erupted today. Fortunately, his constitution is unique and his heart vessels are very steady, so he managed to protect his core. Right now, the gloomy energy is gradually dissipating on its own, and he is temporarily out of danger. On the hospital bed, I lay there quietly as if fast asleep. Ao Chen, you jerk. You quietly stole my heart. Mengjia walked in looking at the test results in her hand. The specific cause, I can't find it for the time being. I can only prescribe some medicine to help nurture him, and then we'll have to monitor him gradually. Gu Lingxi frowned. Even you can't find it. That's really strange. If you can't find it... Gu Lingxi took a deep breath. Then find it at all costs. We must uncover the root cause. If you're completely stuck, go consult your professor. I absolutely will not allow inside Ao Chen's body any remaining hidden danger. I can't bear the consequences if I lose him. Gu Lingxi, are you even human? You know perfectly well that I eat. The hospital room fell into silence again. Gu Lingxi sat by the edge of the bed, her gaze gentle, falling on my sleeping face. Ao Chen, are you ultimately my tribulation? Or are you my antidote? A moment later, she stood up and walked out of the hospital room. Get everything ready. Within 10 days, initiate the entire plan. Eldest miss, didn't you say to wait a bit longer? No more waiting. The me of the past could endure and step back, but now behind me, there is already someone I need to protect. When I woke up, I stared at the ceiling blankly for a moment, before realizing that I had returned to Gulingshi's villa, lying on the familiar warm bed. Turning my head, I saw Gulingshi fast asleep beside me. Her eyes were closed, and at this moment, her usually tense face had finally relaxed. I carefully reached out my hand, gently touching a lock of hair straying onto her forehead. Ao-chen! I frantically yanked my hand back, my entire body freezing up. Turns out she was just talking in her sleep. I blankly gazed at the breathtakingly beautiful face of Gulingshi, that intimate whisper still echoing in my head. I hurriedly got up and walked into the bathroom, splashing cold water onto my cheeks. Hurry up and wake up! The me of the past was sensitive, filled with flaws, and lived a cautious, timid life. But ever since I met Gulingshi, an unprecedented, luxurious desire suddenly grew in my heart. She shines so brightly. How could I ever be worthy of her? While lost in my thoughts, I almost tripped over a pile of clothes at my feet. She must have been too exhausted when she got back last night, so she just casually tossed them on the floor. Miss Gu seems to be a bit cuter than I thought. I bent down, picking up an item that had fallen out of her coat pocket. In an instant, I fumbled in a panic. The person fast asleep, Gulingshi, suddenly woke up. She looked up at me, dazed. Instinctively, I hid both of my hands behind my back. What are you hiding? I'm not hiding anything at all. If it were anyone else intentionally hiding things and lying, I absolutely would not tolerate it. But standing before Ao-chen, I just couldn't bring myself to be harsh. She stood up and walked over to face me. Not daring to look straight at her, I gripped the item in my hand tightly. But the more I acted like this, the more Gulingshi wanted to know what on earth it was. That would make Ao-chen lie to me like that. She extended her fair hand in front of me. Hand it over. If you insist on refusing, then I'll just have to take it by force. I didn't do it on purpose. I slowly extended my hand, opening my palm to reveal that square box. Gulingshi looked closely, and her small face instantly flushed red. It's from that gathering day Meng Chao shoved it to me. At that time, I casually stuffed it into my pocket. I didn't expect it to fall out and get picked up by Ao-chen. Embarrassing to death. Small items like this fall out easily. Let me keep it for you. Gulingshi looked at my serious expression, a radiant smile appearing on her face. She reached out and snatched the item back. I don't have the habit of carrying this kind of thing around with me. She spoke very seriously, but my mind was in a mess. I wasn't sure if I was feeling jealous or what, only blurting out instinctively. So carrying it with you when going out adds a bit of peace of mind, huh? Gulingshi teased back. What exactly do you mean by that sentence? The moment I opened my mouth, I suddenly realized my slip of the tongue. Gulingshi blushed slightly, reaching out her hand to cover my eyes. Ao-chen, what were you trying to say just now? I thought for a moment, then spoke up. Miss Gu, I'm sorry. Lately I've been groggy and muddled, speaking without thinking. My voice was filled with self-reproach. Gulingshi removed her hand. It's fine. Sleep a bit more to recuperate. She reached out her hand to rub the top of my head. If you sleep this much and turn into an idiot, what should we do? Gulingshi chuckled softly. You won't turn into an idiot. We'll slowly nurse you back to health, once the gloomy energy inside Ao-chen's body completely dissipates. I'll have Meng Jia prescribe a few more nourishing remedies. Come here, let me apply the medicine for you. Idiot, did I flirt with him? Getting injured like this. Don't step out of this door for the next few days. Bear with it a little. Her movements were extremely gentle as she applied the medicine for me. My nose suddenly felt a bit sour. I gently sat up and leaned against her. What's wrong? Gulingshi, thank you. Because you are very good, you deserve to be treated this well by me. Go to sleep tomorrow, there are still many things to resolve. A flash of sharp coldness flickered through Gulingshi's eyes. I lay back down and fell into a deep sleep. Gulingshi confirmed that I was fast asleep, then put on her clothes and stepped out of the room. Eldest miss, we can depart now. The dark shadows gradually fell. In my dream, there was nothing but gloomy darkness. A small, frail boy cowered in the corner of the wall, trembling in fear, not daring to make a single sound. It was when I was 8 years old, the scene of being targeted and bullied by others. That woman's face had already faded, but I still remembered very clearly the scent on her body that terrified me to the absolute core. The ringing of the phone startled me awake. I bolted upright, clutching my chest and panting heavily. Ao-chen, I managed to sneak out. Ha 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 ha. I'm coming to find you. I threw on my clothes quickly and, following the address, looked for a bar on the street. This is a proper bar. Minors are banned from entering. Sorry, I'm already of legal age. I looked down at the clothes I was wearing. It was Gulingshi who styled this outfit for me. Coming to a bar wearing this felt a bit out of place. If I had known sooner that Suji would ask me out to a place like this, even if it killed me, I wouldn't have worn this. Legal age. You look like a high schooler. Hurry up and go home, it's chaotic here. Not a place you should come to. I had no choice but to take out my ID and hand it to him. The burly bouncer took the ID card, turning it over and over, checking it several times. His eyes widened. Turns out you really are of age. He scratched his head, looking at me with a bit of embarrassment. All right then, later on, if a stranger offers you a drink, absolutely do not touch it. If you happen to run into trouble, just shout Brother Luan out loud, and I'll come in to help you. I looked at this man, a flash of warmth welling up in my heart. There are those with decent appearances, but who are arrogant and reckless. And there are those who, despite looking burly and tough, actually have a very kind heart. Thank you. He looked after my departing back, his gaze still showing a hint of worry. I stepped inside, instantly sensing a not-so-friendly gaze. Aochen Sujai was sitting in a secluded corner waving his hand to call me. I quickened my pace and walked over. Oh my God, why are you always so bashful and timid like that? It feels like your spirit is much better now. Seems like you even gained some weight. Lately, having meals with Gulingshi, I was forced to eat a bit more. But it probably shouldn't make me fat this quickly, right? This is my first time going to a bar. Actually, I've wanted to do this for a long time. In the end, as soon as the exam scores were out, my family forced me to go cram. Again, you don't know how strict the teachers over there are. Every day I have to wake up earlier than a rooster, sleep later than a dog, and eat as much as a pig. Aochen, I really envy you for getting into such a badass top school. He spoke up to this point, putting on an extremely mysterious expression as he looked at me. I prepared a gift for you. I snapped out of it. Here, this is the pocket money I scraped together. My mom said that as long as I agreed to go cram for the exams, she'd give it to me. The moment I got the money, I was packed off to school the very next day, before I even had the chance to give it to you. He took a sip of water and spoke as if casually, but I knew that to make a young master, accustomed to a wild and free lifestyle like him, voluntarily lock himself in a closed boarding school to cram, again, proved that he truly regarded me as a real brother. I pushed the bank card back to him. Aoji, Miss Gu already promised to help me pay my tuition fee. Thank you, though. Then didn't I sacrifice myself in vain? Wait, who exactly is Miss Gu? Hey, handsome, let me buy you a drink. Sujai clearly showed his impatience, speaking up to refuse. Sorry, no can do. Tonight, this young master is not in the mood to do charity, and I care even less for a woman like you. How about we give up our seats to her? We still have things to do. Let's leave first. Handsome, don't be in such a hurry to leave. I have the bar's latest special concoction here. Want to have a taste? This kind of dark-colored drink must absolutely not be touched. Sorry, we don't know how to drink alcohol. This thing of mine isn't alcohol, it's juice. The bar's specially made fruit juice. The flavor is very good. You two just try it. We have no need for it, please move aside. Handsome, whether you need it or not isn't for you two to decide. Extremely tense. I cast my eyes around to scan the surroundings, calculating the possibility of taking Sujai and rushing straight out. We already said we don't need it. Do you not understand human language? Dodging the glass of water the opponent handed over, I hurriedly pulled Suji back. The two bodyguards standing next to her saw this and immediately stood up to surround us. Your temper's pretty fierce, huh? Invite the two of them inside for me. The surrounding crowd slowly pressed forward. Sujai was naturally arrogant, but facing a real-world underworld confrontation like this, he couldn't help but flinch. Facing a scene like this head-on for the first time, the panic left my mind completely blank. Cherun. I pulled him along while fleeing in terror. You guys can't escape. The people behind pursued us relentlessly. Although I didn't know that woman at all, I was all too familiar with the terror she brought. The fragments of memories from 15 years ago overlapped, making me go crazy, only wanting to escape. In the chaotic space, our escape was ultimately cut off. My first reaction was to turn around and shield Suji, but he was one step faster, using his back as a shield for me. He really is a loyal brother. Both of us were instantly pinned down and restrained. I fell into despair. In my head, childhood traumas kept surging up. What good are you anyway? You can't protect anything at all, only knowing how to rely on others' pity. Why are you even alive in this world? Didn't I tell you to shout Brother Luan's name if anything happens? Xiaoluan's words sounded like a voice coming from heaven. In another basement room, thinking about how that woman dared to harbor designs on Aochen, I couldn't suppress my rage. Linksy, let's submit the evidence we gathered, so she can face the punishment of the law. Let's go, eldest miss. How did a brawl break out? And what about you guys? You can't even handle a small matter like this properly. It's Mo Yu's people. Her expression instantly changed. Mo Yu, why did our people get into a brawl with him? Suddenly thinking of Mo Yu's face, she shuddered once. Linksy, save me. Mo Yu is ruthless, acting recklessly and without reason. No one in the underworld wants to get entangled with him. So I could only beg Gu Lingxi to come along to give me some courage. This isn't called being a coward. This is called fighting fire with fire. I heard it was over 2 young boys. Brother Luan stepped up to mediate. Jalon is almost 50 years old. Why doesn't he know how to tone it down a bit? He helped me out once. I can't just turn a blind eye. Why is this elevator so slow today? I supported Suji, carefully walking out to the door. It was all my fault. Just now, in order to selflessly protect me, Sujai accidentally sprained his ankle. Then suddenly a hand gripped my wrist tightly. I stiffly turned my head, meeting Gulingzi's eyes, which were filled with anger and worry. Follow me. The rain instantly drenched me completely. Gulingzi was both heartbroken and anxious, shouting loudly, "Get in the car, quick!" Drenched all over, fearing I would dirty her car, I intentionally shrunk myself into the furthest corner. Gulingzi silently turned on the car's heating system. What an idiot. Looking through the car window, I saw Xiaoluan helping Sujai into a car, probably taking him to the hospital. I really wanted to follow along to check on him. Right at this moment, Gulingzi coldly ordered the driver, "Let's go." Returning home, Gulingzi looked at my mud-covered clothes, stepped right up and stripped them off, casually tossing them into a corner, disgustingly dirty. Those were the clothes she had personally and meticulously chosen for me. Does she hate me now? I must be obedient and submissive. I can't let myself be abandoned by Miss Gu. Go take a shower. Gulingzi's cool, aloof voice carried no emotion whatsoever. Like a doll with broken strings, I silently walked into the bathroom, standing under the running water until it gradually turned cold. Not done yet. Why? Planning to freeze to death. I changed into the pajamas prepared by the servant, anxiously and carefully stepping outside. Why did you go to a bar? Does this idiot not know how to dry his own hair? Panicked, I explained it was the address Suji sent. Before coming, I didn't know it was a bar. I really didn't know the address. Downtown had that house number, and only when I arrived did I realize something was off. But I couldn't just leave Suji there alone either. Our Ao Chen is quite a popular guy, huh? First Meng Chao, now Suji. She reached her hand out toward me, and I cautiously stepped forward. She pulled me straight into a hug. My freezing body was instantly warmed within her embrace. My body went stiff, while Gu Ling calmly pulled a hairdryer out from the drawer. "Sit still, don't move." She patiently and somewhat clumsily dried my hair. Seeing my terrified, anxious look, she let out a soft chuckle. Suddenly, fragmented memory pieces flashed in her mind again. A blurry figure running under the pouring rain. A sudden severe headache violently hit her. "Miss Gu, what's wrong?" "Shh, don't talk." Gulingzi gently leaned her head on my shoulder. The headache gradually subsided thanks to the unique aura emanating from my body. Usually, you're such a quiet guy, yet right now you're rambling on, annoying as hell. But Ao Chen is truly the best remedy to soothe all of my discomfort. Go to sleep. I originally still felt a bit restless, but I couldn't resist the sudden wave of drowsiness hitting me. Very quickly, I fell back asleep. Ao Chen, just what kind of things have you been through? Whatever, forget it. No need to have people dig into his past anymore. I'm really helpless against you. Tomorrow is the Shu family's engagement party, and I've already arranged the script perfectly, just waiting for this good drama to play out. By the time everything was done, it was late at night. After Gu Lingxi clicked send on the email, she turned around and noticed my face was flushed red, my breathing ragged. She realized something was wrong, reaching her hand out to touch my forehead. He has a fever. Meng Jia received the urgent notification and rushed over at top speed. What's going on? I already warned you that before the gloomy energy is completely removed, you must take extra care of him. Gu Lingxi tightly gripped my hand, self-reproach mixed with heartache. There's a reason for it. Looking at her state, Meng Jia could only sigh, taking out her equipment to start examining me. However, when it came time to draw blood, Gu Lingxi stared intently at the vial of blood, never taking her eyes off it. Sensing her gaze, what's wrong? Do you not find something strange? Meng Jia looked in the direction of her gaze, staring for a long time before noticing what was odd. Strange, Gu Lingxi said firmly, his blood is very unusual. Meng Jia used the lamplight to closely inspect it again. His qi and blood state is entirely different from a normal person's. This is a bit baffling. I will run a test. This matter absolutely must not be leaked out. Those people pulling strings in the shadows, have you found any clues from the previous investigation? Not yet. Most of my manpower is still abroad. Deploying them back home takes time. Otherwise, I would have dragged them out by their necks long ago. Then why don't you give a call and ask for help from the chat room? Those people over there are idling around all day. Especially Mu Xiao Xiao, she's about to wreck my house. Best friends are meant to be put to work, right? But you can't just keep plucking wool off me forever, can you? Right, I left the medicine over there. Tomorrow, remember to have him take it. His constitution is unique. He probably won't recover easily this soon. Wait a minute. What now? My head hurts again. I really have to hand it to you. You two are truly a match made in heaven. Even when getting sick, you have to do it together. Gulingxi gave her an unhappy glare. What is it about this time? Gulingxi narrowed her eyes slightly, trying hard to recall a boy in ragged clothes, walking under the pouring rain. In his hand, he seemed to be holding something. Anything else? Just that. I don't know who that boy is, don't know where that place is, and don't know what happened either. I examined you last time. Your body is completely normal, and there's nothing wrong with your mental state either. So is it possible that you really forgot about something? You mean this is something I actually went through, but I just forgot it? No. There's absolutely no way I could forget. Lingxi, no one can remember every single detail of their past. Gulingxi remained silent and didn't reply. This was the first time she had doubts about herself. Could it be that I really unconsciously lost a fragment of my memories? Early the next morning, Uncle Chen came over to pass on a message. Young Master Chu, the young lady told me to inform you that there's a dinner party tonight you need to attend, and she also specifically told me to take you shopping. Noticing I was full of worries, Uncle Chen reassured me. The young lady also told me to tell you she isn't angry at all about what happened yesterday. But if you keep wearing such a gloomy, worried face like that, then she'll really get angry. Thank you, Uncle Chen. Actually, I was worried about Suji and Zhao Luan. Even though Suji sent a text this morning saying he was fine, I still couldn't put my mind at ease, constantly feeling restless and wanting to visit them at the hospital. The next second, I stood alone like an idiot in front of the mall entrance. It's over, my social anxiety is acting up again. This unfamiliar environment made me a bit timid. Just as I was debating whether to turn around and leave, "What are you doing standing here blankly all by yourself?" I turned around reflexively, accidentally stepping on her foot. Losing my balance instantly, my entire body tumbled into her embrace. People were bustling all around us. Flustered, I quickly let go and repeatedly apologized. I'm sorry, miss. Don't always have "I'm sorry" hanging on your lips like that. I'm tired of hearing it. Although her mouth was scolding me, her eyes were filled with amusement. She sized up the plain clothes on my body, then confidently grabbed my hand, pulling me straight inside. Let's go, Miss Gu. Are you really not mad at me anymore? Ao Chen, why is your EQ so slow when facing me? But your brain is very sharp. Getting into a top-tier university. That's really impressive. Thanks for the compliment. She casually pinched my cheek. Gulingxi took me to the top floor of the mall. This place was very deserted. Truth be told, I had almost never gone window shopping before. In the past, outside of school, I only stayed cooped up at the Shu family's house, so now everything I looked at felt novel. Do you like this? Gulingxi followed my gaze. The focal point landed on a pair of earrings. You don't even have pierced ears. I hurriedly shifted my gaze. I don't like them. She immediately turned around and instructed the staff, bring out the watch I ordered beforehand. Yes, Miss Gu. The staff member smiled and brought out a brocade box, slowly opening the lid. Inside was a men's watch, crafted with extreme sophistication. Do you like it? This is an item I went to custom order on the very second day, after you and I met. I originally wanted to give it to you as a meeting gift. I can't accept this. Not saying you don't like it. Means you like it, okay? This is a watch I specially designed just for you. This thing is way too expensive. Ao Chen, you seem to have a bit of a misunderstanding about my wealth. In my head, I recalled the old madam's words from before. Miss Gu money should be spent in the right places, you know. Don't worry about helping me save money. This is just a normal expense. Put it on for me. To dispel my embarrassment, Gulingxi led me around for another loop. This time, she didn't even bother asking me anymore. As long as my gaze paused on something for even a second, wrap it up for me. I saw her swipe her card without even blinking. I had no choice but to lower my head, not daring to look around randomly anymore. Passing by the high-end custom tailoring area, Gulingxi took a liking to a suit. Miss Gu, this suit has already been reserved by someone who, the person who ordered it is Shu Zhengji of the Shu family. He will wear it to his engagement party tonight. Hearing this, Gulingxi let out an amused smile. She took out her phone to dial a number. Meanwhile, in another scene, what? Telling me it's out of stock only at this final moment. Zhengji, what's got you so worked up? I really can't understand it. Clearly born from the same father. Why is Ao Chen so clean and radiant? While Shu Zhengji's temper is this short, don't be angry anymore. Today is the engagement party of the two of us. Engagement party, my foot. Even the suit isn't here. What am I supposed to wear? That high-end suit I had to choose over and over before finally biting the bullet to order it. Even the deposit was paid. Just waiting to wear it today to stun everyone. As a result, with only 2 hours left before the party starts, now they tell me it's out of stock. That's strange. A big brand like that shouldn't make this kind of mistake. Forget it anyway, the one losing face won't be me. Didn't you try on a few more suits that day? Let me have someone bring them over for you. Lately, I haven't seen Chu Chen anywhere. Where did he go? Why is there something wrong? 2 days ago, he was sent somewhere else to live. What do you care about him? You're about to get engaged to me. You wouldn't still be thinking about another man. In your heart, right? How could that be? My heart only has you. Anyway, only by marrying Xu Zhengji can I touch the fortune of the Xu family. As long as I marry into the Xu family smoothly, there will be plenty of opportunities later to slowly scheme. Night fell. The Xu family's engagement party took place exactly as scheduled. Xu Zhengji was a child star entering showbiz at an early age, so his engagement party gathered the entire internet's attention. A massive crowd of media gathered at the scene. I originally thought Gulingxi snatching Xu Zhengji's suit was intended for me to wear. Who would have thought that none of the items bought today were used? Gulingxi had already chosen another outfit for me from the dressing room. The luxurious attire worn on my body, I always felt like I didn't deserve these expensive clothes. How Chen, hold your head high, puff out your chest. How can my man be so timid and fearful like that? The two of us instantly became the center of attention. Who is that? His looks are so outstanding. The person next to him is the 7th Miss of the Gu family, right? It's a guy. Does anyone recognize him? Is he a male star? Don't recognize him. Probably someone Gulingxi brought back when returning to the country. Hearing these words, everyone burst into chatter. The eyes of the audience in the live stream room also shifted from Xu Zhengji to the two of us. The Xu family spent so much effort preparing this. It would be a waste not to use this opportunity. One look and you could tell this girl was cooking up some scheme. I silently lit a stick of incense for the Xu family in my heart. Go get a drink for me, okay? Miss Gu, can we go over to that corner? I don't like being stared at by too many people. Feels uncomfortable all over. At this moment, a girl stepped forward. Chen, why are you here? Only now did she notice Gulingxi beside me. Why are you hanging around with her? Stay a bit further away from this kind of person. She was about to drag me away. Ying, let go of your hand first. Gulingxi, how dare you go against me? Who are you anyway? This sentence made the surrounding people let out a low sneer. Ying got a bit too embarrassed and grew furious. What, trying to get physical with our Lingxi? Are you that fierce, Miss Wu Meng? Watch your way of speaking a bit. The crowd of friends backed her up. What's the situation here? The prestigious young ladies have all gathered here. Even though people look down on Gulingxi's background, around her, it's completely filled with heirs of the top clans in the circle. Just what kind of background does Gulingxi have? Ao Chen, I'm just worried you might misspeak. Help me apologize to them. Luckily, I treated this kid somewhat well in the past. He has a very good impression of me. He will definitely speak up for me. I slowly looked at her, the submissiveness in the depths of my eyes fading away. Miss Gu treats me very well. You publicly slandered her. I'm very angry. My Ao Chen is angry now. Why don't you go home and self-reflect? Meanwhile, within 3 minutes, I want all the information on this man. How can there be a man this handsome? These young ladies are so beautiful. What logic? As long as the older sister is pretty, my entire moral compass goes out the window. How can there be such a sweet love in this world? Walking toward each other, protecting one another. Excuse me, let me ask a quick question. Whose engagement party is this anyway? A bunch of people watching the live stream asked. This is Xu Zhengji's engagement party. Right now, the male lead is backstage, answering a call from his manager. What? Trending topics exploded. Xu Zhengji happily clicked to look, only to find out the trending topics were all praising me. Brother G, something happened outside? Xu Zhengji walked out to the main hall in irritation, and as it turned out, he just happened to see his fiancée being pushed outside by Ying. Hey, what do you guys think you're doing? Where are the guards? How dare you guys come to the Xu family to cause trouble? The live stream is getting too chaotic. Who is this guy? His image has completely collapsed. What are you guys doing? Is our Zhengji not even allowed to get angry? Xu Zhengji found he couldn't stop them, and turning his head, he met the cold gaze of Gulingxi. Seeing me standing beside her, he finally realized she was the woman he had flatly refused to marry. Young Master Xu, today is your engagement day, so we sisters are giving you a big gift. Turn it off. Turn it off for me right now. Ah ha ha ha. Gulingxi led me, who had a bewildered look on my face, and leisurely left the scene, getting into the car to head back. My silence made Gulingxi find it strange. What are you thinking about? If you don't say anything else, I'm going to get mad. Just teasing you, but if you keep ignoring me, I'll really kiss you. Miss Gu, thank you. Can I stay by your side forever? I'm being too greedy, not daring to ask a second time, only fearing that this current dream will wake up. It's nothing. What an idiot. Look at this, Ao Chen. See, everyone likes you. Therefore, you have to be confident. I only need Miss Gu's acknowledgement, and that's enough. Ao Chen, you're too awesome. You went straight onto the trending topics. When are you coming over? I'm so bored. Gulingxi saw through my thoughts, telling the driver to take me to the hospital. In the hospital room, Suji was lying on the bed playing with his phone. Ao Chen, you're not loyal at all. Only coming to visit me now. Truly choosing hoes over bros. Watch your words. This is my husband. Ao Chen. How old is he? How could he be your husband? Future husband. How Chen, you stay here and hang out with my nephew. Let's step out to talk with Miss Gu for a bit. Spill it, what's this about? How did you become her husband? My older brother refused to marry someone from the Gu family, so the Shu family used me as a scapegoat instead, drugged me and set up that night. Big sister, don't get worked up. Xu Zhengji is truly a beast. Wait, don't you know Gu Lingxi is the unfavored, illegitimate child of the Gu family? Ao Chen, listen to me and run away quickly. Sister too, Miss Gu treats me very well. Do you like her? I like her. I want to stay by her side forever. When Suji's parents and Gu Lingxi returned to the hospital room, they saw the two of us chatting very happily. Gu Lingxi waved her hand at me. It's time, let's go. Just as the two of them were about to leave, my mother suddenly couldn't help but speak up. Miss Gu... Gu Lingxi paused her steps, waiting for her to continue. Ao Chen and Sujai are best friends, and he's also a child we've watched grow up since childhood. He has had a very hard life before, so we hope Miss Gu can treat him well. I will. You better mean what you say. If you dare to treat him badly, I'll scream. You shut your mouth for this old lady. Eldest miss, we've arrived at the company. Gu Lingxi opened the door and got out of the car, but after waiting for a long time, she still didn't see me step out. She looked inside the car. I pointed at myself. Do I have to get out of the car too? Hurry up, the meeting is about to start. Yes. Following her, I entered the building. At this moment in the company's group chat, attention everyone, President Gu has arrived at the company, and she even brought along the boss's fiancé. Damn, I thought it was just making a scandal, but now it's officially confirmed. Also, the mister's looks are peak. This ship is honestly so sweet. The meeting room door was pushed open. President Gu, you're finally here. Director Chu looked at me beside Gu Lingxi, unable to snap out of it for a long while. Gu Lingxi didn't even bother to spare him a glance. Director Chu, let's begin. President Gu, we are discussing trade secrets. Bringing an outsider along isn't quite appropriate, is it? My husband is a bit clingy. Sorry to make Director Chu laugh. President Gu, this is really inappropriate. Don't want to discuss it anymore. Are you done talking? If you're done, then dismissed. President Gu, what do you mean by this, Secretary? See the guests out? By the way, tell their side. If they still want to cooperate, send someone else here. Miss Gu, I'm about to start school soon. I finally managed to train Ao Chen to be a bit more confident, but with the unfamiliar environment at school, I don't know if he can adapt to it. I, on the other hand, am thinking of something else. Once I go to school beside Miss Gu, will there be anyone else lining up? Miss Gu, if the tuition fee isn't paid, I won't be able to go to school anymore. You idiot, if you don't give me your card number, how? Can I pay the tuition for you? Oh no, back then, because the Shu family didn't want me to go to school. They hid my admission notice away. The bank card for paying tuition is also inside it. Miss Gu, my things were put away by the Shu family. Later, I'll go with you to the Shu family to demand the notice back. You wait here, let me finish handling my work first. Yes. Do you know what people outside are saying about you right now? The face of our Shu family has been completely thrown away by you. Zhengji is your son too. Right now, instead of thinking about how to solve it, what's the use of scolding him? Master Young, Master Chu is back. What did you say? He still dares to show his face back here. Let's see how I teach him a lesson today. Master, a young lady also came along with him. Just two people, what are you panicking for? I don't want to panic either, but they brought a lot of people with them. Gu Lingxi led me into the house. Go pack the things in Ao Chen's room. Take them all. Also, where is the jade pendant my mother left behind? It wasn't even some kind of valuable jade anyway. I already took it to an auction the other day. When my mother passed away, I was still very young, so basically I have no memories of her. Mother really left behind a relic. It turns out Mother didn't completely disappear from this world. Your mother didn't have any jade pendant that belongs to your Aunt Zhang. Right, it's mine. The two of them were unusually nervous. So this means this man is lying. What are you trying to do? I'm not lying, Mom. Dad saved me, Chu Chen. Hurry up and speak up for me. He knew I was soft-hearted, and that no matter what I used to consider them family, just so I wouldn't be kicked out of the Shu family, I was willing to do anything. Do anything, huh? My mother only gave birth to me alone. I don't have an older brother. Starting from that night, I don't have a father anymore either. Eldest Miss Gu, please spare my son. I'll tell you everything. That jade pendant actually belonged to Chu Qian, left behind for Chu Chen. There's also a bunch of other strange things all left in the countryside. Oh, there's also a box inlaid with many gemstones that Chu Qian instructed to leave for Chu Chen, because she said it absolutely must not be opened. Back then I was short on money, so I sold it off. So Mother left them for me. It turns out my mother did leave things behind for me. Mother must have loved me very much, right? If Mother hadn't passed away, I definitely would have been doted on just like Xu Zhengji. Definitely. But Mother's keepsakes were hidden and sold away by them. Ao Chen. Gu Lingxi's voice rang out. Miss Gu, Ao Chen, let's go home. Let's go home first. Miss Gu, forgive me for being presumptuous, but can I ask for your help? To help me find my mother's things back, please. Okay, Since it's something Ao Chen treasures, even if it's at the edge of the earth, I will help him find it back. Back at the eldest Miss's house. Here is the invitation, Miss. Lingxi looked at the crumpled invitation in Butler Chen's hand. Yesterday, recalling that this charity gala had someone she didn't want to meet, she had crumpled it up and casually thrown it into the trash. Who knew that today, in the end, she still couldn't escape it? It was also hard on Butler Chen to flatten it back out for her. She calmly took the invitation and nodded. At this moment, the adjacent door opened. I had just finished changing and stepped out. Gulingxi didn't spare any words of praise. So handsome. Let's go. I wonder who it is that's arriving only at this hour. Probably some tactless D-list star again, arriving right at this deadline for such an important occasion. Stepping inside, they'll definitely regret it to death. Oh my God, aren't these the two people who blew up, just based on their looks? A few days ago, people online are calling them the perfect golden couple. Ao Chen, sit here and wait for a bit, okay? This was my first time attending this kind of party, so I tried hard to look casual, while praying in my heart that no one would notice me. Brother, how you? Someone is wearing the exact same outfit as you. Impossible. This is a limited edition. There's only one set of this in the whole country. He let out a cold snort. Hey, how dare you wear a knockoff out on the streets? And on such an important occasion, too. I had a moment of panic. Before I could even turn my head, the person had already stepped in front of me and said, "You there, did you hear me? Chu Chen, it must have been so hard for you to get dressed up for once, huh? Can Chu Chen even attend a party of this level? Could it be that Uncle Shu brought him here? May I ask if there's the problem I recognized Li Haoyu? He is a good buddy of Shu Zhengji, or more accurately, his lackey. In the past, when I was made trouble for by Shu Zhengji, most of it was carried out by him. I didn't want to interact with him at all. I was wondering what kind of classless person it was. Turns out it's you. Your mother was a village girl, so giving birth to a classless son like you is only normal. No wonder you have no manners, since your mother died early anyway. I knew long ago that he had a foul mouth, but today he actually dared to slander my mother in public. Carelessly talking about someone else's mother. Is that what you call having manners? Did no one teach you these things either? Let me introduce him to everyone. This is Chu Chen. The one at home who always bullies his stepmother and older brother is him. I saw the surrounding crowd whispering and gossiping. Moreover, he even wore a knockoff to the party today. I'm not wearing a knockoff. How could Miss Gu let me wear a knockoff? Still refusing to admit it. Do you know, this outfit is the only one of its kind in the country. Where did yours come from? Since there's only one, then why are you so sure the fake one is the one he's wearing, and not the one on your body? Li Haoyu's gaze dodged a bit. Bullshit. How could I possibly buy a fake? Is that so? Do you think I wouldn't even recognize my own design? What did you say? This personal limited edition suit, was it designed by her? Ao Chen, the party is still long. Eat something to pad your stomach first. I looked at the woman in front of me, the fury in my heart turning into a feeling of being aggrieved. Only now did Li Haoyu recognize her. You're Gulingxi. Isn't this the unfavored seventh child of the Gu family? Don't say that. Her connections are great nowadays. What's the use of that? As long as old Madame Gu makes a move, it's all useless anyway. Hearing these words, my hand had just clenched into a fist when it was held by Gulingxi. Her calm and proud expression wasn't affected by other people's words at all. Did you just say this outfit was designed by you? Can you not understand human language? Li Haoyu was choked up by her words. Fine. One wearing a knockoff, and another who is even better at pretending actually daring to impersonate the designer. You're a bit too confident. Right at this moment, the host of the party, Yang Zhengyan, stepped forward. Miss Gu, you're here. Originally intended to leave right after buying the things. Didn't expect to run into him in the end. Mr. Yang, this is my fiancé Chu Chen. The smile on Yang Zhengyan's face froze up. Fiancé doesn't Gulingxi stay away from women? And men too, no way. How can I lose to a wet behind the ears brat? Miss Gu, looks like you're running into a bit of trouble. Guards, who is this person? I didn't invite this guy here. Mr. Yang, someone wore a knockoff to the party you hosted. I have reasons to suspect that even his invitation is fake. Then how do you think we should handle the one wearing the knockoff? Should kick him out, and at the same time, permanently ban him from attending your parties. Yang Zhengyan nodded. I think so too. Guards, please show this gentleman out. Hey, what are you guys doing? Go get him. Not me. His eyes turned toward Yang Zhengyan for help. Standing right in front of the designer of this outfit, you actually dare to bring out a fake to trick people? Li Haoyu was dumbfounded. How is that possible? Isn't this designer a top international master? How? I am just the unknown seventh child of the Gu family. Thanks for the compliment. I wouldn't dare claim to be a master. It's just an amateur hobby. No way. These clothes, I had to spend over $1 million to buy them. How could they be fake? The surrounding people couldn't help but laugh and gossip. What a country bumpkin! Expecting to buy this outfit with just $1 million, dreaming. Just now I actually believed his words. Really didn't expect him to be the thief crying thief. Moreover, a fake is still a fake. The real deal looks so radiant and dazzling when worn. I looked at Yang Zhengyan, feeling a bit uneasy in my heart. Miss Gu and this man seem very familiar. As expected around Miss Gu, there's no shortage of outstanding men. What are you thinking about? The crowd dispersed, and I was pulled to sit down by Gu Lingxi. Miss Gu is indeed very talented. Is Ao Chen mad because I didn't tell him? Or is he jealous? That thought made Gu Lingxi's mood extremely joyful. Ao Chen, your clothes are all designed by my own hands. You know, all of them. Yang Zhengyan originally intended to use this party to build up his feelings with Gu Lingxi, but in the blink of an eye she was nowhere to be found. By the time he found her, he witnessed a scene like this. The woman who was always as cold as frost in his memory was now laughing and talking while looking at the person beside her, her eyes filled with gentleness. Yang Zhengyan's heart skipped a beat, was then filled with jealousy. He turned to the assistant beside him and quietly gave a few instructions. The party began. The next jade pendant is donated by young Master Xu Zhengjai. The jade quality is smooth, and the craftsmanship is exquisite. Moreover, it's a personal item worn close to young Master Xu. Starting bid is 5 million. 10 million. Everyone instantly turned their heads to look, wanting to see which idiot it was. The venue fell into a patch of silence. 10 million for the first time, 10 million for the second, 20 million. The small gavel in hand raised high 10 million one Vietnamese dong. He smugly turned his head intending to wink and provoke Gu Lingxi. As a result, he found that Gu Lingxi didn't even bother to look at him. 50 million. Gu Lingxi raised her paddle again. The palms of my hands were all sweating. 50 million. Later I must return this money to Miss Gu. But can I afford to pay it back? The smile on Yang Zhengyan's face froze up. The auction ended. Miss Gu, go fetch it. Mr. Yang, you seem very free lately. I'm not free. I have something I want to say to you. What a coincidence. I also have words I want to say to Mr. Yang. Then let's change to another place to talk. Mr. Yang, I am currently a person who has a fiancé. If your behavior makes him unhappy, I won't be as easy to talk to as before. Back then I used all kinds of schemes and calculations against Gu Lingxi, even though it was finally suppressed by the family. I am just not reconciled. Lingxi, back then it was my fault. Can you give me one more chance? Suddenly feeling her body a bit weak, she immediately remembered that glass of champagne before the party started. It must be Yang Zhengyan, who secretly tampered with it. She tried to endure the discomfort, quickly leaving to find a hidden corner, leaning against the wall, waiting for me to step out. But after waiting for a long time, there was still no sign of me. Could it be that he was held back by someone? Then she turned around, preparing to go back and find me. Right at this moment, I disappointedly stepped out of the banquet hall's main door. Just now I went to fetch the jade pendant and came out, but there wasn't a single soul in the hallway. Why did it take so long? My feeling of disappointment turned into a sense of grievance. I thought Miss Gu and Mr. Yang had left and abandoned me. Where did the two of them go? What did they do? Why did it take so long? I didn't dare to get angry. They said the item wasn't kept here and I had to go elsewhere to fetch it. Then they told me they couldn't find the item anywhere, telling me to wait. Miss Gu, are you feeling unwell? Ao Chen, take me home. I hurriedly carried her in a bridal carry, walking quickly toward the parking lot. The car stopped in front of the villa's door. I carried her into the living room. She immediately went to soak in warm water to ease the discomfort. Butler Chen, what's wrong with Miss Gu? Butler Chen smiled and looked at me, then whispered a few words into my ear. I instantly understood everything, returning to the bedroom and knocking on the door. Miss Gu, can I come in? From that day onward, Gu Lingxi found out that my guts had grown bigger. Miss Gu, I want to go to the hospital to visit Sister Sue. Is that okay? Then let Uncle Chen take you. I have work to do later. This bad boy only thinks of running outside. Remember to come home early. In the hospital, before I even reached Sister Sue's hospital bed, I already heard the loud sound of laughter and joking inside. Four of a kind. Ao Chen, you finally come to visit me. Brother Lun, hello? Hello. Brother Lun, thank you. Thank you for lending a helping hand before. It's nothing, it's nothing. Come here and play Tianlen together. Except for the first round, where I had to get used to the gameplay and rules. For the rounds after I won completely. Too simple, the cards in hand can be completely known by just glancing at the other two. Much easier than writing code, as expected of the future freshman of the electronic engineering department at Zeta University. Your brain is like it's built with an automatic algorithm system. Playing cards with you is literally like using cheats. Ha 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 ah! Ao Chen's brain is truly a God-given gift. Chatting with the two of them for a while, the two heavy burdens buried deep in my heart, for so long quietly resurfaced. My university admission notice, along with the bank card containing my tuition money, still hasn't been retrieved yet. The wooden box currently has no known whereabouts either. That is all the connection that the mother I never met left behind for me. Saying goodbye to Suji and brother Luan, I got into the car, where butler Chen was waiting outside, silently heading back to the villa. Gu Lingxi was quietly sitting on the sofa waiting for me. "Ao Chen, you're back. Come here and sit down. Miss Gu, my admission, notice and the bank card for my tuition. I couldn't get them back last time. Also, the keepsake my mother left behind, I want to find it back too. You idiot, I know. In the future, no matter what happens, you must tell me just like this. Don't carry it all silently by yourself." The admission. Notice, I already told Qin Shuang to take some people to the Shu family to get it. It will be delivered right into your hands tomorrow morning. As for your mother's keepsake, my people have already contacted the collector. It will be fully redeemed later and delivered right into your hands. Miss Gu, wait until I enter school and focus on my research, and then do well on projects. No matter how much money it costs, I will definitely pay you back, not missing a single penny. There's no need to draw such a clear line between us. You are the person I keep in my heart. Your wish is also my concern. Just now, Butler Chen told me, your logical and reasoning talent is extremely outstanding. If you study electronic engineering, you will definitely shine brightly. I had already told him about the hidden anxiety in the depths of my heart. It's okay. Meng Jia is running checks already. Right at this moment, a call from Dr. Meng Jia came through. Lingxi, the professor and I have analyzed Ao Chen's case file, and we finally discovered a suspicious point in it. Ao Chen's heart was inherently very healthy by birth, but since childhood at the Shu family, he had to suffer hardships every day. His 3 meals weren't guaranteed, plus the low self-esteem ideas instilled by his grandmother. Living in an oppressive atmosphere for a long time, accumulated over the years into a psychological burden on his heart, which is why he frequently has episodes and faints. The root of the disease isn't congenital, but a disease left behind by over 10 years of psychological oppression. It turns out those constant dizzy spells that hit me, that suffocating exhaustion, were never because I was born weak, but because of the mistakes piled up over the years by the people of the Shu family. Everything about you from now on I will take care of. No one will ever force you to endure oppression alone. Anymore, I'll tell Meng Jia right away to formulate gentle traditional medicine for long-term conditioning. We will slowly recover, Ao Chen, it's okay. At this moment, Qin Shuang walked in, eldest miss of the Gu family. The old madam is secretly transferring the core assets of the Gu family, colluding with outsiders, and harming the family's interests. The evidence is all complete. Previously, out of respect for the grandmother-grandchild relationship, she had left her a way out, but she actually dared to make things difficult for Ao Chen. This bit of sentimentality doesn't need to be kept anymore. 3 days later, the Gu family's shareholders meeting took place exactly as scheduled. Gu Lingxi brought along the complete chain of evidence, publicly exposing her, clearly listing every single charge of seeking personal gain over the years by the old madame. The shareholders present saw the stakes clearly, unanimously voting to strip all management rights of the old madame, revoking all shops, shares, and assets under her name. The old madame schemed for half her life, deluding herself into draining and controlling the Gu family, only to end up empty-handed in the end. She could only dejectedly move to a small secluded courtyard in the suburbs, closing the doors to live alone. Not long after, Qin Shuang brought the admission notice and my misplaced bank card, and delivered them to the villa. My fingers gently caressed the surface of the paper. Ao Chen, on the day school starts, I will personally take you to Zeta University to register. By then, outside the school, I will arrange a quiet and comfortable apartment for you, so it won't affect you being in the lab, doing your major research. In your free time, you can also do the programming, projects that you love. Not long after, Qin Shuang came to the villa. Reporting, boss. Xu Zhengji's scandal has exploded all over the internet. His image as a top hype star built over many years has completely collapsed. All endorsement contracts and movie resources were canceled. Overwhelming curses rolled in from everywhere, and his reputation was ruined overnight. The fact that the Shu family arbitrarily sold the keepsakes of young Master Chu's mother, along with the evidence of domestic abuse against young Master Chu for many years, were all exposed one after another. Business partners lined up to terminate their cooperation with the Shu family's company, completely cutting off their capital flow. In just a short half-month, the company declared bankruptcy. From a luxurious villa, they had to move to a cramped old apartment complex. The maid nanny son, who used to intentionally make things difficult for young Master Chu, could only wander around working as a laborer. As for the one who publicly insulted others at the charity party, Li Haoyu, who flaunted a knockoff to show off, became a laughingstock when his fake items were exposed on the spot. The news spread and he was boycotted by the entire circle, with everyone shunning him. Yang Zhengyan, who fantasized about driving a wedge between me and Gu Lingxi, also saw his reputation ruined after his scheme failed. The haze of the psychological burden that had shrouded me for so many years finally vanished completely. During the period before school started, Gu Lingzi stayed by my side every day to condition my body. In the early morning, she would personally bring over warm medicine, sitting beside me to watch me drink it all, then feeding me a piece of candy to chase away the bitter taste. In the afternoon, she would hold my hand and walk slowly, all around the backyard garden that she designed with her own hands. Ao Chen, you don't need to concede in everything. You don't need to keep the habit of bowing your head to please others. Bit by bit, she washed away the humble self-esteem that was deeply ingrained in my bones, teaching me how to calmly embrace my own spotlight. During the day, I sat in the study room, writing code while Gu Lingxi quietly sat opposite me drawing dress design drafts. Occasionally looking up at each other, there was no need for words, and an endless warmth spread from the bottom of our hearts. A month later, the collector kept the promise, sending Mother's gemstone-inlaid wooden box back to the villa. The moment it was opened, inside lay a black and white photo of Mother in her youth, resting quietly. Not being able to accompany you for many years is Mother's regret. Wishing my Ao Chen a safe and smooth life. Gently caressing the piece of paper, the rims of my eyes couldn't help but turn red. Her wish, I will protect the rest of your life in her place. I will always be by your side. Thanks to the timely conditioning, the pent-up stagnation accumulated for over 10 years in my body finally dissipated completely. My spirit got better day by day. On the day school started, I knew very clearly that beside me there was already someone wholeheartedly favoring me. I deserved to be treated with all the gentleness in this world. In class, I mastered every bit of major knowledge. After class, I rooted myself in the lab, doing programming research. Relying on my excellent logical reasoning ability, I smoothly made it into the key education group, allowing me to skip elective classes. When I was free at home, I would stay by Lingxi's side to help her handle company matters. Occasionally, I could even rely on my major knowledge to help her solve difficult problems related to smart device programming. Gradually, I became a reliable assistant by her side. Many years passed in a flash. The smart application program that I researched and developed myself won the gold medal in the National Student Electronics Competition. Ao Chen, meeting you is the greatest luck of my life. All the suffering and grievances over the past 10-odd years, by this very moment, had completely vanished into thin air. In the past, I was a lonely person with no one to rely on, left to be trampled by others. I was once the person who had to endure contempt every single day, once thinking that in this life and this lifetime I could only humbly shrink back, scraping by in a hidden corner. But after meeting Gu Lingxi, she reclaimed all fairness for me, found back all of my mother's commemorative keepsakes, and bit by bit taught me how to be happy, how to love myself, and accompanied me toward a brilliant future that belongs solely to me. The inside of the Gu family has completely quieted down. The old madame lives lonely in a small courtyard, in the suburbs behind closed doors to repent, having no strength left to stir up trouble anymore. The Shu family completely lost power and declined, no longer having any ability to disturb us anymore. By our side, there are always best friends accompanying us, and all the evildoers reaped their own bitter fruit. On New Year's Eve, after graduating from university, the backyard was covered in sparkling starlight. Lingxi, let's get married. Without a moment of hesitation, she solemnly nodded her head yes. At the wedding venue, filled with a sea of spring flowers, I tightly held the lost and found jade pendant of my mother in my pocket. Standing at the end of the red carpet, Ao Chen, you were lonely and alone before, and had to suffer too much hardship. For the rest of your life, I will stay by your side forever. Lingxi tightly held my hand. Before I didn't even dare to dream of peace. It was you who brought light to my side. In this life, I will absolutely never let go of your hand. Hubby, we will have a new life in the future, and we will definitely be happy forever. We will have a completely brand new future. All the grievances and hardships of the past have completely come to an end, leaving only a brilliant, fresh, and happy life, belonging to the two of us. After getting married, while studying for my graduate school entrance exam, I also founded my own electronic technology studio. Gu Lingxi unconditionally supported all of my ideals. We supported each other and moved toward each other. In our free time, we would take care of the flowers and plants in the backyard together, sitting on the lounge chairs playing around, planning for the peaceful years ahead. Decades later, the person who was once locked in endless darkness, with no one caring, was finally given a sweet wife of his own to cherish in the palm of her hand, pampering him to the absolute fullest. All the knots in the heart that had been suppressed until now, the unforgettable grudges, and the hard-to-forget regrets have now all closed in a perfect manner. The wicked get their karma, and the loved ones are always by our side, watching over each other day and night through the peaceful years. The road ahead will forever be covered in gentle light, and the rest of our lives will be filled with fulfillment and happiness.